when we're looking at defining something as a terminal illness, eventually we are all going to die. We're all going to pass away. So, with a terminal illness, is there a requirement that you are, this diagnosis is going to lead to your death in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? I mean, how do you define what is a terminal illness?
And that's the subjective part, right? It's hard for physicians because that's the first thing that anyone ever asks when they get diagnosed with cancer is how much longer do I have to live? And that unfortunately is not an answer that physicians nowadays can answer. We usually give a very neutral answer, which is we can expect you to live this long, but you could go sooner, you could live longer. We have no idea. It's really out of our hands. But these are the risk factors that you have. These are kind of what your labs are showing. This is where your vitals are. This is kind of where your current health is. And then so that's what we mark against what we've seen in the past. Patients who've had these numbers tend to die more quickly or deteriorate more quickly versus people who have this condition, tend to survive longer or do better with this. So there's just so many different components to consider that usually when you're deciding if a patient has a terminal illness, that's why this requires that you have two physicians so that you have two different perspectives coming down to the same conclusion.